Hello, my name is Olive. I'm 92 years of age, and I want to share something with you that most people don't talk about until it's too late. These are 5 regrets I've carried through my life. Some of them are small. Some of them changed the course of my life completely. And if you listen closely, you might save yourself from making the same ones. The first regret I have is that I didn't speak up for myself. For many years, I was what you would call a people pleaser. I wanted to keep the peace. I didn't want to upset anyone. I didn't want to cause conflict, so I stayed quiet. Even when I felt something wasn't right, even when I had an opinion, even when deep down I knew I should have said something, I stayed quiet. And the truth is, I gave people power over me. I tiptoed around their feelings, their expectations, their way of living. And slowly, without even realizing it, I began to lose myself. I wasn't being true to who I really was. I was shaping myself to fit into other people's comfort. And now, when I look back at 92 years of age, most of the people I was trying so hard to please, they're no longer in my life. Some drifted away. Some relationships ended, and some have passed on. And I think to myself, why did I give them so much power? Why did I stay silent for so long? The beautiful thing is, I did eventually find my voice. It took me until my 40s, but I found it. And I can tell you, there is something incredibly liberating about speaking your truth, about saying what you feel, about standing in who you are. But I won't lie to you, there are consequences. Not everyone will like it. Some people will be uncomfortable. Some may even walk away. But that's part of it. Because when you begin to live honestly, you also begin to live freely. And if I could go back, if I could speak to my younger self, I would tell her this: don't wait. Don't spend years shrinking yourself to make other people comfortable. Your voice matters, and the sooner you use it, the sooner you become who you were always meant to be. The second regret I have is that I kept myself far too busy, always running, always doing, always chasing something. And yes, life is busy. There are things that have to be done. You have a home to care for, children to raise, work to attend to. But what I didn't realize at the time was this: there is a difference between living a full life and living a rushed one. For years, I was on autopilot. From one thing to the next, one task to another, never stopping, never pausing, never taking a moment to just be. And when I look back now, I can see it so clearly. I wasn't truly present. I might have been there, physically, but my mind was always somewhere else, half in the moment and half already moving on to the next thing. And now, at 92 years of age, I don't have the same energy anymore. My body has slowed down, and in a strange way, that slowing down has been one of the greatest gifts of my life, because now I am still. And in that stillness, I have found a peace that I never knew before. I notice things now, the beauty in a simple moment, the kindness in people, the quiet joy in just being here. When I sit, I am fully present, not half here, not distracted, but truly here. And it makes me realize that all those years of rushing, all that busyness, wasn't always necessary. Sometimes I think we keep ourselves busy because we don't want to stop, because when we stop, we have to face ourselves. But it's only in that stillness that you find something deeper. You find peace. You find clarity. You find God. And I can tell you this from experience. When you slow down and you align yourself with Him, life begins to flow differently. Not forced, not rushed, but natural, peaceful, meaningful. If I could go back, if I could speak to my younger self, I would gently say, will you just stop for a moment? Take time each day to be still, to reflect, to pray, to be present in your own life. Because life is not meant to be rushed through. It's meant to be lived. The third regret I have is that I stayed far too long in places I should have left. I remember one job in particular. I didn't like it at all. There was no joy in it, no satisfaction, no sense of purpose. I got to a stage where I dreaded going in. You wake up in the morning and your heart sinks because you know where you have to go. And still, I stayed. Day after day, week after week, year after year. And if I'm being honest, it was fear. Fear of change. Fear of the unknown. Fear that maybe there was nothing better. So I stayed, even though I wasn't happy. Eventually, I left. And almost immediately, something better came along. A new job, with kinder people, a better atmosphere, and happiness I hadn't felt in a long time. And I remember thinking, why didn't I leave sooner? When one door closes, another truly does open. But sometimes we are the ones holding the door shut because we are afraid. And it wasn't just work, it was friendships too. I stayed around people who drained me, people who complained, people who brought drama, people who took and took and took, but never gave. And I stayed because I thought it was the right thing to do, because we had history, because I didn't want to hurt anyone. But there is a difference between being kind and allowing yourself to be drained. I began to learn your energy is precious, your peace is precious, and not everyone deserves access to it. I began to say no. I began to step back, and with that came peace. If I could go back, I would say, don't stay where you are not at peace. Have the courage to walk away, because when you do, you make space for something better. The fourth regret I have is that I spent far too many years fearing getting older. I remember being 30, thinking I was getting old. Then 40, then 50, always saying the same thing, I'm getting old. And I began to dread it. Instead of embracing it, I feared it. And now, here I am, 92, still here, still living, still finding joy. And I look back and realize I had it all wrong. Growing older is a privilege. Not everyone gets to reach these ages. And yet, there I was, complaining about something that was a gift. So I changed. I began to celebrate my age. I became grateful. I even began celebrating every birthday because I was still here. And I began to notice something beautiful. Every age brings something: wisdom, peace, understanding. You begin to know yourself more. You begin to let go. And yes, you slow down. But in that slowing down, there is calm. And I can honestly say, this is one of the most peaceful times of my life. If I could go back, I would say, stop fearing age. Start being grateful for it, because growing older is a gift. The fifth and final regret is that I told too many people my business. I spoke too freely. I shared too much. My plans, my ideas, my thoughts, with people who did not always have the right intentions. And not everyone celebrates you. Sometimes there is envy. Sometimes there is jealousy. Sometimes people just talk. You tell one person, and suddenly everyone knows. And when it comes back to you, it is no longer your story. And I realized the only person I could blame was myself. I was the one who shared it. We like to talk. We like to share. We get excited. But there is wisdom in knowing what to keep for yourself. You don't have to tell everyone everything. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stay quiet and let your life speak for itself. I learned to guard my heart, because your heart is precious and not everyone is meant to carry it. And those are the 5 regrets I wanted to share with you today. I don't share them to dwell on the past, but in the hope that they may help you in your present, so that one day you can look back with fewer regrets and more peace. I truly enjoy sitting here and sharing these moments with you, and I look forward to sharing more with you again. Thank you for being here.